Okay, we are at Hargrove Field, Mike Hargrove Field, getting a late start due to some technical difficulties. But we hope we're getting through, and we're facing batter number 19. That's Trey George. Got 2 outs in the inning. Is that right, Coach?
Yes, sir.
Got 2 outs in the inning, and the Rangers, on the mound for the Rangers is Trejo. There's a pitch and hit him right in the head. Did Trejo. That one probably hurt a little bit. He turned away, but it got him, and he's taking it slow going down. The coaches are coming out to look at him. Tough deal there. So first 2 outs, and PTCI is taping here today, and we're having to do some little different arrangements due to the fact that we were not able to get on to the internet here at the press box. Hope you guys are getting us on PTCI. We're hooked up via Sony Wireless and having to broadcast using 2 microphones. So they're still looking at the young man over at the dugout, and here comes the coach. We may have a decision as to whether or not that young man can continue to play. 2 outs. Antonio Langen led off, followed by Austin Konecki, and Trey George was the young man just got hit. The umpire's coming back toward home plate. Wind is doing about, looks to be 20-25 out of the due west, and we're about set to get this one back underway. Top of the first inning, the Patriots have 2 outs and a pinch runner. I can't see the number from here, but we'll try to get you that. At the plate now is Jay Hollis. Trey George is their center fielder. He may be out for the game. From the stretch, fake toward first, no throw to hold number. I can't see that. That looks like 9, David Derrick. There's a pitch and a swing and a fly to the left. That's going foul. Strike on Jay Hollis. As we said, had some difficulty getting on. Hopefully we're doing okay now. We won't have much in the way of crowd noise because we're having to use the crowd mic to broadcast to PTCI. There's a stretch in the pitch, swing on a curveball, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Jay Hollis. Runner at first. Slight lead. There's a swing and a strike 3, and that's out number 3. And with no runs scored, and pitcher on the mound, Adam Trejo. We're going to take a break. We'll be back after these words. And we're back at Mike Hargrove Field. John Elsey with you. Got a late start, but we're good to go now. On the mound for the San Jacinto Patriots, Antonio Langen. He was the leadoff batter. His battery mate, Cody Konecki, number 22. Leading off for the Rangers will be Adam Trejo, the pitcher for the Rangers, followed by Maurice Lemus. He's the catcher. And batting in third is Marco Ramirez, left fielder. Cleanup batter, Logan Boxwell. Get some of these other names. We're late getting the lineups. Got only last names, get some of the first names written down. At third for the Patriots is Colin Richardson. Short is Spencer Wallace. Left field, Hunter Dawson. And center field was Trey George. I'm thinking they're going to stick that young man in, or maybe not. Can you see who's out there in center field, Coach? I can't see the number. Number three would be Wallace, Spencer Wallace, in center field. 24 is at short for them, and that is Richardson. And looks like Wallace went to the outfield to center field. There may be some other changes. We'll try to catch them up for you as the game wears on. On the mound, I'm sure, is Antonio Langen. The wind, the delivery outside in the dirt, gets past the catcher. Number 22, he hasn't changed, Cody Konecki. Adam Trejo, 1 ball, no strikes. Bottom half of the first. The wind and the delivery and the swing and a miss. Strike 1. 1-1. Langen's got some juice on his pitch. Fastball. Inside, called or swung on and missed. From the stretch, the wind, and that's going to be low and in the dirt. Ball 2. 2-1. Just underway, bottom of the first inning. From the stretch, the wide and the delivery, and a swing and a foul tip down in the dirt. Strike 2 on Adam Trejo. Trejo alternates between short and pitcher, playing short for the Rangers is Connor Lane today. The wind and the delivery, and hold back on the swing, and that's ball 3. Full count now to Adam Trejo. Other than the wind, got a beautiful day, and it's difficult to tell from these flags, but they've almost shifted to the north. There's a pitch, and it's a ground ball to short. Hits him and bounces up, hits him in the chest, and that's going to be an error. Adam Trejo on an error on, that's going to be Wallace is out in center field. That's Spencer George at short. From the stretch, at bat, Maurice Lemus, the pitch, and fake the bunt, and the throw down too high. On short is Colin Richardson. Spencer Wallace is in center field. 1 ball, no strikes. On second now with the steal, Adam Trejo. And wind and delivery, that's inside, ball. Ball 2. Error on Colin Richardson, who was called in to play shortstop because Trey George got hit in the head. He's, I guess, in the dugout, not sure. From the wind, the delivery, and inside, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes on Maurice Lemus. Second base is Adam Trejo. No score, bottom of the first. Bright sunshine today. And there's an inside pitch, ball four. Walked him. 4 straight pitches. Brings up Marco Ramirez. On deck is Logan Boxwell. Boxwell playing first base for the Rangers. Marco Ramirez, left fielder. Runners at first and second. No outs. Langen, there's a ball. Nope, called it a strike. Took a while to call it, so when it looks like a strike, I just won't call for a while. Can't hear him if he is saying anything. No balls, 1 strike. Looks to second, makes the move, and a good bunt down the first base line. That's going to be tough to get him. Did. Making a good play, Antonio Langen, as coming down first in a hurry was Marco Ramirez. He advanced the runners, but he was step for step with Langen. Langen gloved it, I believe, into the hands of first baseman Logan May. It was a good play by Langen because Ramirez was just about on. Went just a little too far too fast. Logan Boxwell. Runners at third and second, and there's a wind, a pitch, swing, and a miss. Strike 1. So, Marco Ramirez bunts into an out. There's a pitch to Logan Boxwell, a curve, swung a little late on it. It was coming in for a strike, and he swung and fouled it back to the right screen. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at second and third. Trejo at third, Lemus at second. There's a wind in, there's a pitch inside. 1 and 2 on Logan Boxwell. Joseph Jenkins on deck, Connor Lane in the hole. Langen with 1 out. There's a pitch and a swing and a miss, and strike 3 as Logan Boxwell struck out. First strikeout for Antonio Langen. Brings up Joseph Jenkins with 2 away. Runner still at second and third. There's a wind, there's a delivery. That's going to be low. Ball 1 to Jenkins. Takes his time, does Langen. There's a wind and delivery, and knocked straight up toward the pitcher's box, and coming over and making a good play on it was Colin Richardson to make up for his error. Fielded it behind second, made the throw to first for out number 3. 0-0, top of the second coming up. We'll be back after these words. Back at Mike Hargrove Field, 0-0, as the Rangers left 2 on base, had no runs, no hits, 1 error on the shortstop, and 1 walk. Left the 2 on base. Adam Trejo on the mound for the Rangers. And he'll be facing Cody Konecki, the catcher for the Patriots. The Rangers and the Patriots have played similar teams. We'll talk about that shortly. the Rangers, they played Hereford. They played Shallow Water. And one other. Rangers split with the other two. There's a wine and a delivery. Strike one. Right on the outside of the plate, right at knee high. Top half of the second. Cody Konecki at the plate, Trejo, and there's a hit back to Trejo, who knocked it down, and Connor Lane was moving to his left, and when Trejo knocked it down, he had to stop and go back to his right, tried to single barehanded because it was going to be close, and it went off his hand. That is not an error, that's a single to 6. Brings up Spencer Wallace, shortstop. Actually, he's the center fielder now. On first base is Cody Konecki. Trejo, and pulls it down third, does Konecki. He called it fair. Did that look fair to you?
I guess
Looked about 6-8 inches wide of the white stripe when he gloved it.
it rolled back fair though, and it was fair when he touched it.
But one out on the play. Cody Konecki was called out. Spencer Wallace is on second, and Logan May is at the plate. The pitch outside, ball one on May. Wallace on second, 1-0. And Trejo makes a 180. Does not throw back to second, as Konecki not taking much of a lead at all. Trejo from the stretch, the pitch outside, another ball. So far, the strike zone appears to be right at the knees, maybe a little bit below, and over the plate. Not calling many on the outside. There's a wine and a delivery, and there's another ball on just outside of the left side of the batter of the home plate, as Logan May is a lefty. Steps out of the batter's box, now he's back in. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 away. There's a wide and the pitch and the strike right across the middle of the plate. Looking the entire time was Logan May. Colin Richardson, and swing and a foul off to the left. 2 balls, 2 strikes, or 3 balls, 2 strikes. Trejo wants a different ball, throws it into the umpire, gets a different ball. Full count to Logan May, 1 away. On third is Wallace. From stretch, not much of a lead for Wallace. There's a pitch, and that's outside, ball 4. Brings up Colin Richardson, the third baseman. Number 24. And he has been moved to center field, has Colin Richardson. Runners at first and second, and a fake toward a pickoff on second, no ball thrown. Just makes the turn. It would be tough to get Konecki no further off than he is, and there's a ball outside, throw to third base in time, got him, he's out. Good job, as now you see why Konecki wasn't taking a, what are they doing? Dropped the ball, okay. Error on Hernandez on the tag. So runners at second and third. The umps are talking to each other out there. And now the second base umpire, now they're going to say he is out. I guess he dropped the ball well after the tag. So Wallace, not fleet of foot at all, easily thrown out on a ball that went off the glove of Maurice Lemus. The catcher went about 6 feet out to the left. He picked it up and threw Wallace out by 3 feet. Colin Richardson at the plate on third is Spencer Wallace, or rather, Cody Konecki. Steps out of the batter's box, looks towards third plate coach. Stretch and swing and a miss. Good strike one by Adam Trejo. No score. Rangers left 2 on in the first. From the stretch, the pitch outside and the throw to third easily in time. Got him. I'm not sure who is telling those guys to steal third, but whatever, it's to our benefit. Out number 3. We'll be back. There's a score. 0-0, bottom of the second. Back at Mike Hargrove Field, 0-0, bottom of the second, as Adam Trejo got out of that top half of the second with help from Maurice Lemus, as Lemus threw out 2 people trying to steal third with no problem whatsoever. Good arm for Lemus. Up for the Rangers, Connor Lane, the shortstop. Pitch is low, ball 1. Across the plate by Antonio Langland, but below the knees. Got a pretty small strike zone, this umpire. 1 ball, no strikes. Winds, I believe they're out of the west. American flag out in left field says it is. Langan from the stretch, the wind and the delivery. That's going to be high and inside. Ball 2. In the first inning, Adam Trejo got on an error and Maurice Lemus walked. Marco Ramirez, there's a hit batter, as not dodging at all was Connor Lane. It was supposed to have been a curve, but went way wide and was not going to come back. So hit batter on first. Brings up Steven Hernandez. Third baseman for the Rangers. As we were recapping the first half of the first inning, or second half of the first inning, Marco Ramirez did an outstanding bunt, almost beat it out to first, but advanced the runners. We had runners at second and third, then Logan Boxwell struck out, and Joseph Jenkins hit a grounder to third base behind second base. Made a good play, did Colin Richardson, and the throw to first, not in time. got him back. We've got a change at third. Richardson had been at third. Taking a lead, Connor Lane. The wind and delivery swung on, fouled off to the left. Bounding ball towards Ranger dugout. 1-1, or 2 balls, 1 strike on. No, one. I'm sorry. Hernandez. That's the first ball on him, or strike on him. Lane not taking a huge lead off first. There's a pitch outside, and they were going to try to catch him stealing. As setting up was catcher Cody Konecki, well wide of the plate. That pitch well wide evens the count at 1-1, and they had all intents and purposes to try to catch Lane trying to steal. He did not. There's a throw to first. Good move by Langen. Quick move, good throw, but getting back was Lane. 1-1 to count to Steven Hernandez. There's a wind-up pitch and the swing and a miss, and going down and stealing second is Connor Lane. One ball, 2 strikes on Hernandez, and on second with a good steal was Connor Lane. Infield of the Patriots now wanting to all get together and have a powwow. I think that was called by the catcher, Cody Konecki. We'll try to get the number of the third baseman when we can. All of the changeup was due to Trey George getting hit in the helmet by a really hard pitch from Adam Trejo. From the stretch, there's the wind and a fly ball to right field, high, coming over. Right fielder Hollis, Jay Hollis, makes the catch for out number 1. Still at second is Connor Lane. Brings to the bat Reese Atkinson, right fielder for the Rangers. That ball curved probably about 10 yards with that west wind. There's a wind delivery and inside. Came close to another hit batter. That's how Connor got on, by the way. He got hit with a 2-1 count on him. Atkinson 1 ball, no strikes. 1 away. Bottom of the second. 0-0. There's a wind and delivery and a grounder to second. Makes the play, throws to first for out number 2. That advanced Connor Lane to third. Grounder to 4 if you're scorekeeping. For out number 2 brings up Omar Castanon. He's the designated hitter for Luna. Luna is the center fielder. The wind and delivery, Lane fakes, moving and stealing third. Strike 1 right over the middle for Castanon. From the stretch, the wind and the delivery, and swing and a miss. Strike 2. Inside a little bit to Castanon. Two away, bottom of the second, 0-0. As a wind and a pitch and foul down into the dirt. Still no balls, 2 strikes on Castanon. Luna, or rather Trejo on deck. He got on an error in the first inning. Wind's blowing pretty stiff. Looks to be doing maybe 25 or 30. There's the stretch end, the wind end delivery, swing and a miss. Struck him out for strikeout number 2 for Antonio Longan. No score, top of the third. We'll be back after these words. Back at Mike Hargrove Field, the Rangers and San Jacinto tied at 0-0. Coming to bat for the San Jacinto Patriots, Colin Richardson. Started at third, was moved to short. A wind and delivery down in the dirt, low, ball 1. Richardson was moved from third to short when Trey George was hitting the helmet. There's a wind end delivery. There's going to be a called strike. 1-1. Just caught the outside corner, about knee high. Perfect pitch for Adam Trejo. We're in the top of the third. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 2. Pulled the string and a little curve to it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Top of the third. No score, 0-0. This is the leadoff batter. There's a wind and delivery and a pop up to left center. And between Connor Lane and Andrew Luna, drops in for a single. Lane was going backwards, slipped. Still don't believe that he would have gotten to it. So that's the first hit for the Patriots in this ball game. Actually, that's the first hit in the ball game, as the Rangers don't have any yet either. Brings up Hunter Dawson, the left fielder, and a slow roller to third, throw to second over the head of and the glove of Jenkins, goes out into right center field, and coming in to score the first run of the game on the error by Steven Hernandez is Colin Richardson, and pulling into second, Hunter Dawson. Ball went probably 70 yards into the right field, picked up out there by Luna, but not before coming in to score. Well, it's Colin Richardson at the plate now to bat. Matthew Turner. There's a pitch and a pull down the third base line. Foul. Strike 1. So a hit and an error, and a run is scored. Trying for the double play. It had been close by Hernandez, even to get, not trying for the, trying to get the lead runner. On second is Dawson. Strike called. Strike 2 on Turner. No balls. Taking a good lead out there is Dawson. He's off the plate a good ways. There's a swing and a miss. Struck him out. First strikeout for Adam Trejo. Brings to the plate the top of the batting order, Antonio Langan, the pitcher for the Patriots. 1 away. On second, Dawson. Trejo winds, delivers, and swung on, fouled back off the home plate into the screen back here. Strike 1. Rangers are not holding Dawson to the plate. inside, pulls out, does. Actually, that's Austin Konecki at the plate. There's a pitch and a drive to left field under the glove of Steven Hernandez for a single. And advancing the runner to third. The second hit of the inning. 1 run is scored. Runners at the corners and 1 out. Pulled it sharply to the left. Hit right underneath Hernandez's glove. From the stretch and fakes a move toward third. Runners at first and third. There's a wind and delivery outside. Ball 1 on number 9. David Derrick. There's a wind and a pitch and a good strike on David Derrick. Batting in place of Trey George. There's a pitch and a swing and a foul tip off to the left behind the Ranger dugout. Strike 2 on Derrick. 1 and 2 the count, 1 away. Runners at the corners, and 1 run has scored on an error. Had 2 hits so far in this ball game. From the stretch, Trejo delivers outside. 2 and 2 the count on David Derrick. Trejo's ready. Looks in, there's another one out. No, he struck him out. Gave him that outside corner. That's the first outside corner I've seen being given. And struck him out. Strikeout number 2 for Adam Trejo. Brings up number 5, Jay Hollis. Runners at the corners, and there's a high fly into right field. Coming over, making it, nope, it bounced in front of right fielder Adkison, coming in to score. 1 run, and advancing to third, Konecki. And coming in with into second place, Hollis on an error. Second error in the game for the Rangers. 2-0. 2 hits, 2 errors. There's a curve. Caught the outside corner. Strike 1 on Konecki, the catcher. That ball bounced right in the dirt in front of Adkison. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 2 outs, 2 strikes on Konecki. Singled the last time up to left field. There's a ball hit short and fielded by Connor Lane. Too late. Coming in to score is Konecki. The throw about a half step late. So another hit, single by Konecki. Slow bounder to the left of the mound. Lane had to field it came in a long ways, all the way to the grass, and couldn't get him. Third hit, and third run. Throw back down to third, and trying to catch Jay Hollis, making the steal. Konecki. And one ball on number 3, Spencer Wallace. Inside, had to get away from that one, ball 2. Runners at second and third, 3 runs are in. Had 3 hits in this inning, 2 errors. 3-0 in favor of San Jacinto. Adam Trejo from the stretch and almost swung on, but held up. Didn't break his wrist, called a ball. Ball 3. On Spencer Wallace, center fielder. There's a pitch and a line drive into left field. It's going to drop. And bungled by the left fielder. So after it hit the ground, so a single that turned into a double due to the mishandle of the, but that brought in 2 more runs. Single to left, and coming in were Langen and Konecki, or Hollis and Konecki. 5-0. 5 hits, and out on the mound is Coach Kelly, talking to all the players. 4 hits. Third inning, top of. Rangers down 5-0. As an error, actually 2 errors, should have been out of this inning long ago with no more than 1 run scored, but there's 5, and that brings up Logan May, lefty, first baseman. On second is Wallace, due to the mishandle of the single out in left field. Three errors in this inning. Here's a pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. And there's one low, 1-1, the count on Logan May. They will have batted around. They have batted around. This is the 9th batter in this inning. Colin Richardson on deck. That's outside to May. 2-1, the count. Runner at second, Spencer Wallace. 5-0. Top of the third. Trejo from the stretch and outside once again. Ball 3. 3-1 the count. After getting ahead of May. 3 straight balls. A line and delivery and a line drive out into left field, foul. So full count now. Or no, 3-1. 3-1 to. No, I've got him with a full count. 3-2. Yeah, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Logan May. Runner at second. Need to get this out. There's a line and delivery and inside, ball 4. And that brings up Colin Richardson, the 10th batter in this inning. Richardson started at third, moved to short. and hit a single. Led off the inning with the single. Runners at first and second, 2 away. Trejo from the stretch looks in and pitches it outside. Ball. Richardson hit a single on a 1-2 count in that top of the batting order in this inning. There's the low pitch. Ball 2. On deck, Hunter Dawson, who got on an error to right center. Errors the pitch, low. Ball 3. Three and 2. Called strike. Or 3 and 0. Called strike. 3 and 1 now. There's a ball outside, ball 4. And Coach Cowan's coming out. I think we're going to see a pitching change. And he's told Maurice Lemus, I guess he is not going to be catching anymore. I'm not sure whether he's going to be the pitcher or look like it may be Lemus is going to be taking over for Trejo, as the Rangers are standing on the mound waiting for him to change out of his catcher's garb. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back. The Rangers trail at 5-0 in the bottom or the top of the 3rd inning. We're back in Hargrove Field. We've had some changes, not just in the pitcher. Arturo Lopez is now catching, and Maurice Lemus is the pitcher, and Trejo is moving to either second or shortstop. He may be going for, looks to me like Connor Lane is going to stay at short. Nope, Lane's moving to second and Trejo's going to short. So Connor Lane at second, replacing Jenkins, and Arturo Lopez replacing Maurice Lemus at the catcher's position. And Hunter Dawson is up at the plate ready to hit. Lemus on the mound. Several of those 5 runs were unearned, I can tell you that, folks. Should have been out of this a long time ago, but Trejo started throwing balls instead of strikes. And a swing and a foul back into the screen. Strike 1 on Hunter Dawson. Maurice Lemus on the mound for the Rangers.
Trejo short. Atkins is second. Maurice is right. Steven is right.
From the stretch, Lemus looks in, delivers, and swung on that curve outside, well outside, and going for it was Hunter Dawson. Swing and a miss. 2 strikes on Dawson. 2 outs. Runners at first and second and third. Bases loaded. There's a wind and a pitch high and inside. Ball. Looked like a curveball that did not. Bases loaded. Hunter Dawson. The wind and a swing and a foul tip off to the right. Started to bail on the curve and then decided, well, I better swing at it. And fouled it off, a little blooper foul to the right. Went about 30 feet. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lemus winds and delivers, and there's a pop-up. That'll go to Trejo at short, and there is finally the 3rd out, but not before the Patriots score 5 runs on 4 hits, 3 errors, and I believe one walk. And that's the top of the third. Rangers coming up to bat, trailing 5-0. We'll be back after these words. Back at Hargrove Field, Rangers trailing 5-0. Coming up to bat for the Rangers will be Adam Trejo. Top of the batting order. Rangers so far have no hits at all off of Antonio Langen. And they trail 5-0. Wind's not blowing terrible hard. It's pretty nice out here actually. Not much dust kicking up. Probably doing about 15 now. That beats the heck out of any 40-mile-an-hour gusts they were calling for. Rangers left 2 on in the top of the first inning and have not really had a hit batter there in the second inning, but left 2 on in the top of the first with only, they had runners at second and third and 1 out and a strikeout and a grounder to short. Turn the tide. Trejo to bat. The wind and the delivery by Langen and a grounder towards the Rangers dugout. Strike 1 on Trejo. Bottom of the third. They hit Trejo pretty good in that top of the third, but the errors really were the difference. There's a pitch, swing and a miss on an outside pitch. Strike 2 on Trejo. Rangers had 2 outs and a couple of errors and then another hit or 2 and 3 more runs scored. There's a wind and delivery, and that one's high ball. As Coach Kelly Cowan says, the Rangers shot themselves in the foot in that inning. There's a pitch and a single down the third base line. Trejo will make it to second. That was an outstanding hit just right down the line. And easily into second base goes Adam Trejo for the first hit, a double for Trejo. Lemus is up. On deck, Ramirez. In the hole, Logan Boxell. Rangers trailing by 5-0. A disastrous first half of the third inning. On the mound for Patriots, Antonio Langen. From the stretch, he's ready to deliver. Looks toward second. Pitches, and that's going to be called a ball. It was high. 1-0 to Maurice Lemus. Rangers left 2 on in the first inning. There's the wind and delivery. That's going to be high also. Ball 2. Lemus walked on 4 pitches in the first inning. Was one that got stranded along with Trejo. There's a wind and delivery and a fly foul down the right side, out of play. 2-1 to count. On Maurice Lemus, who is now pitching. Started out as the catcher, and they pulled Trejo and put Lemus out there. There's a wind and delivery, and going down to third, trying to make the steal. Dead. Adam Trejo, not even attempting a throw, as that was low ball. Now let's see, did it, yeah. No, he called that a strike, I think. Strike 2. Looked low to me, but called a strike. 2-2 now. Runner at third, Trejo, and time is called by Lemus, I presume.
He was off. For the kids.
Stepped out of the batter's box. Now he's back in. No one out. Runner at third is Trejo. Hit a double and stole third. There's a wind and delivery and foul back to the right. Still 2-2 on Maurice Lemus, hanging in there. Langen has good velocity and doesn't seem to have tired yet. Second batter of the bottom of the third. Rangers down 5-0. There's a wind and delivery and a bounder back up to short. Throw to first in time, but scoring the run. Sacrifice. Maurice Lemus. Colin Richard started out at third base, moved to short, has made 2 throws. So the Rangers score a run. They've got a hit. And coming up to bat, Marco Ramirez, number 13, left fielder for the Rangers. Bobbled a fly ball, allowing a runner to get to second. There's an inside pitch to Marco, ball 1. He butted in the first and looked like he might get on. He advanced the runners, but just missed getting on first. There's a pitch and a swing and a bloop foul out into right field. And going back and making the catch, Jay Hollis for out number 2. That's the second one that he's caught. He caught one by Steven Hernandez. It got high in the air and Hollis played it well. 2 outs, Logan Boxwell up to bat. Bottom of the third, score 5-1 in favor of San Jacinto. Ball in the dirt to Boxwell. On deck is probably going to be Arturo Lopez. No. On deck is still Jenkins. 1-0. There's a pitch and swung all foul to the right screen. 1-1 on Boxwell. Struck out the first inning for out number 2, and then Jenkins grounded to short. Five to 1, 2 outs, bottom of the third. Langen on the mound. Pitching well from the stretch, the wind, delivery, swung on and strikeout. No, that's just the second strike on Logan. 1-2 the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Boxwell. Langen winds, delivers, fouls it back to the right of the screen once again. Still 1-2. Rangers trailing 5-1. Big top of the third inning. We'll recap that for you a little later. Langen looks in, delivers, ball high, 2-2 the count. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Rangers have scored 1 run on 1 hit. There's a wind and delivery and a grounder to third, bounced up over his glove, and I'm going to give that a hit to Boxwell. Nasty bounce. Almost head high, right in front of him. Those are hard to make. The official scorekeeper says it wasn't an error too. So on base for the Rangers, Logan Boxwell, Joseph Jenkins. At the plate, on deck, Connor Lane. Langen's pitched well so far. Small lead by Boxwell. There's a pitch, high ball. Throw to first, not in time. One ball, no strikes on Jenkins. Boxwell got a little far off of base that time and had to scramble to get back. A little less lead this time. There's a wind and delivery outside in the dirt. Go, go, go. Logan didn't see it hit the dirt. And first base coach in there said, hey, it's in the dirt. And then all the way back to the backstop. So a wild pitch for Langen. That's his first wild pitch, actually. And on second is Logan Boxwell. 2 balls, no strikes on Joseph Jenkins. There's the wind and delivery inside. Ball 3. Three balls, no strikes. Rangers have scored 1 run in the inning. Double by Adam Trejo. Stowe third, and then the sacrifice grounder got him across the plate. No, swing and a miss by Jenkins. That was, pulled the trigger on that one. First time up, had 2 runners at scoring position and drove a kind of a Weeks grounder that Richardson fielded behind second. There's a drive right to the second baseman. Throw to first in time for out number 3. And that's the end of the inning for the Rangers. We'll be going to the top of the 4th. Rangers trail it by 4, 5-1. We'll be back after these words. Back at Mike Hargrove Field, the Rangers trail by 4, 5-1 following a 5-run inning for the Patriots at the top of the 3rd as they scored those 5 runs on 4 hits and 3 errors. Had 1 walk by the Rangers, and the errors were made at a very inopportune time. Would have cut off, each one of those errors would have cut off the runs for the Patriots. On the mound is Maurice Lemus for the Rangers. First pitch down in the dirt, ball 1 to number 2, Antonio Langen. Pitcher, and he drives it to left field for a long out. High fly to left field, out number 1. Brings up Austin Kaneki, the designated hitter. He singled in the first and scored a run in that big 3rd inning. There's a wind and there's a pitch low ball to Kaneki. 1-0. 1 out. There's a wind and a pitch and pulled, and a good snag by Steven Hernandez for a throw to first for out number 2. Good ground play by Steven Hernandez. 1 bounce. Antonio Langen flied out. David Derrick at the plate. Left-hander, he came in as a sub when Trey George got hit in the helmet. Hey, swing and a miss. He just chopped at that one. Strike one. 2 outs. Maurice Lemus on the mound. Works quickly. There's a wind and pitch, and another one down in the dirt for strike number 2. Good pitch right over the plate. Lemus, of course, coming off of a basketball. Wind and the deliver. Curveball that did not. Ball outside to the lefty, David Derrick. There's a wind and delivery and a bounding ball to Lemus. Throw to first in time. Out number 3. Grounder to number 1, and that's out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down, and hits a fly, a grounder to third, and a grounder to the pitcher. Score still 5-1. We'll be back after these words. Back at Mike Hargrove Field, Rangers trailing by 4, 5-1. In case you just joined us, the Patriots had a terrific top of the third, scoring 5 runs on 4 hits, 3 errors, and a walk. The Rangers just got them out 3 up, 3 down in the top of the 4th. Rangers at bat. For the Rangers, first up, number 19, Connor Lane. Ball in the dirt. Ball 1. And another one down low, ball 2. Langen has gone the distance so far, has done pretty well. Gave up a double and a single in that bottom of the 3rd. There's a wind and delivery, and a hit right back to him, fielded by a second baseman over to first in time. Kind of an awkward throw by the second baseman, but got it in time for out number 1 on Connor Lane. The second base and shortstop for the Patriots have played good baseball. They've not made any errors, and they've handled the ball several times. Hernandez at the plate for the Rangers. He flied out to grounded out to the second baseman last time. Swing and a miss by Hernandez. Or rather, he flied out to right field the last time up. Football's 1 strike. Bottom of the 4th, and that's right back at, and that's going to be in for a hit. Fielded, done well by the second baseman, but he was clear over behind the second base itself. Did a backhand and wasn't going to get the speedy Hernandez. So a single for Steven. 1 away brings up Reese Atkinson. Nope. Brings up Lopez, Arturo. As he went in at catcher to replace Lemus, who is pitching, and throw to first, not in time. Atkinson was playing right field. Strike 1 on Lopez. Runner at second, or at first, there's a foul back into the screen. Strike 2. On Arturo Lopez. One out. Connor Lane grounded to second base. single by Steven Hernandez. At the plate, Arturo Lopez. So back to first, not in time. Still no balls, 2 strikes on Lopez. Hernandez taking a decent lead. Now he widens it. There's a pitch by Langen, high ball. 1-2 now, the count on Arturo Lopez. Rangers, 1 run and 1 hit. Actually, 3 hits now. There's a pitch outside, but called a strike. Gave him that outside corner. 1-2 the count on Lopez. Runner at first is Hernandez from the stretch. Langen delivers inside. It looked like it hit. Yeah, it did. It hit Lopez. So he's on base. Brings up Castanon, designated hitter. Hits for Luna. And on deck is Trejo. Runners at first and second, 1 away. Trailing 5-1. Following a big 5-run inning by the Patriots. Top of the 3rd, in case you're just joining us. We're about set to go. Omar Castanon at the plate. Called strike. Okay, it went dead again, but I think we're back on now. Okay, I'll call. Yep. All right. Yeah. And we're back. We've had a pitching change. Colin Richardson's now the pitcher, and Omar Castanon just grounded out to him for out number 2. And that brings Adam Trejo to the plate to bat. 5-1, Rangers at second and third, advanced by Castanon and his grounder. And in scoring position, there's a pitch curve outside by Richardson. Had a lot of action on it, but well outside. Ball one on Adam Trejo. 2 away. Need a hit. There's a stretch to the wide, and that's in the dirt, and not going to run it is Hernandez. Could have been to home if he'd have started when that ball hit the dirt. Hernandez got plenty of speed, but was fearful. Hitting the dirt and went deep. Wild pitch by Colin Richardson, who is coming in place of Antonio Lang. And there's a stretch in the pitch and a single for a 2-scoring run by Adam Trejo. Went right between third base and shortstop into left field, coming in to score. Both Hernandez as well as number 9 for the Rangers, Arturo Lopez. 2-run score, a hit, and 2 RBIs by Adam Trejo, and he goes into second base with another double. Hit a double in the third. This is a better double. It drove in 2 runs. He's in scoring position, brings up Maurice Lemus, who's now the pitcher. And in scoring position, Rangers have put 2 runs across with 2 outs here in this bottom of the 4th. There's a pitch, and Tina trying to steal third and doing a good job of it. Losing the handle on the baseball was Konecki, and an easy steal for Adam Trejo. Got plenty of speed. Called strike and lost the handle of it on Maurice Lemus. Steps back into the batter's box. Richardson. Langen went to short, by the way. There's a wind and a pitch, and just got out of the way of it. Ball 1, 1-1. One and 1, 2 outs. Rangers have put 2 runs in. Score now 5-3 in favor of the Patriots. From the stretch, Richardson delivers, and that's going to be low. Ball. 2-1 now. The count on Maurice Lemus. On deck, Marco Ramirez for the Rangers. In the hole, Logan Boxwell. Runner on third, Adam Trejo. He drove in 2 runs with a double. Went just to the left of the shortstop. There's a pitch, and that's a curve high. Ball 3. Colin Richardson coming in relief of Langen. And the first batter he faced, he got out to ground out, and that was Castanon. And then he faced Trejo, who hit a double. And Lemus is taking him, and there's another ball. No, he called it a strike. I think he's saying the word, which we can't hear up here in the press box, but he takes about a 4 count before he points his finger. 3 balls, 2 strike, full count to Lemus. There's a pitch and swing on and a grounder to third, goes to third, tries to throw it first, and they get him at first. Heck of a throw. I believe that was by Antonio Langen to just barely get Maurice Lemus at first base for out number 3. That's the end of the 4th inning. Top of the 5th coming up. Rangers pulled to within 2. Score 5-3. We'll be back after these words. Back at Mike Hargrove Field, Rangers came away with 2 runs off of 1 hit, and that was the double by Adam Trejo. had a hit batter and a single by Steven Hernandez. Started off with a grounder by Connor Lane to second base for out number 1. Hernandez scored, or Hernandez hit a single, and Arturo Lopez was hit for getting on the base, and they were advanced to second and third by a grounder from Omar Castanon. The first pitch hit for a single into left field between third and short, and on base with a single for the Patriots is Jay Hollis here in his top of the 5th inning. They lead it 5-3. To finish the recap, the runners were advanced by Castanon, and then the double by Trejo brought them home for those 2 runs off 2 hits, 1 hit batter. Maurice Lemus on the mound in relief of Adam Trejo. Throw to first, not in time, trying to pick off number 5, Jay Hollis. Probably one of the best throws. There's a foul back that I've seen in a while to put the Rangers down by Antonio Langen from his shortstop position for that 3rd out that last inning. Lemus from the stretch, the delivery, a swing and a miss on a curveball by Cody Konecki. Strike 2. On first with a single to left field, Jay Hollis. From the stretch with 2 strikes, Lemus delivers, and a foul off to the right, and looking up, Boxwell's not going to be able to get to that. That's going to blow well east of the fence over there. Right now, the American flag says it's blowing out of the west. These flags here where we are, Ranger flags, say it's coming out of the north. But there's a wind and a pitch, and there should be a called strike. It was. Strike number 3, a strikeout for Lemus. That's his first strikeout. It was 3 up, 3 down by Lemus. Got fly to the left and a grounder to short and a grounder to the pitcher. Or a grounder to third, that was. There's throw to first, not in time. Trying to pick off Jay Hollis. 1 away. Top of the 5th inning. 5-3 in favor of the Patriots. There's a high pitch, ball. Spencer Wallace. 1 ball, no strikes. Last time up, he got a single to left. There's a pitch just out. Nope. Yep. Got the outside corner called. Like I said, I'm going to have to quit calling those so quickly. There's a pitch and a swung and a foul down the left baseline. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 away. Runner at first. Cody Konecki struck out just before Spencer Wallace here. And Jay Hollis got a single. Down in the dirt, stopped. Good job by Lopez from allowing, kept the runner on first from advancing to second. 2 balls, 1 strike. On Spencer Wallace. Looking in, gets the signal. Looks to first. Time is called by Wallace. 5-3. A 5-run inning by the Patriots in the 3rd. from the stretch, Lemus delivers, and a grounder to short. Throw it to second in time, in first for not for time, but we got the lead runner anyway. Out number 2, and in the fielder's choice, Spencer Wallace goes to first. 2 away brings up Logan May. He's walked 2 times, both on full counts. Walked in the second and then in the third. He's a lefty, and there's a foul down the third base line, out of play. I believe that went over into the bullpen. Strike 1 on Logan May. 2 away, runner at first. There's another foul, same place, by the lefty. 2 strikes, 2 outs. On first is Wallace. And Maurice Lemus has come on in relief of Adam Trejo after that 5 runs. He actually got the final out in that 3rd inning to retire the side. There's a pitch, and inside, a bad throw from catcher, and advancing to third will be Wallace. So advancing on the error throw is Wallace to third, and the count 1 ball 2 strikes on Logan May. You just need to get this one out of there. Lemus winds and delivers, and there's a bounding ball foul toward the Patriots dugout. Still 1-2. Lemus has had good control. There is a wind and pitch, and that hits the batter and gets away from, and just as I say, he's had good control. He puts that one in the dirt. It goes off of the batter, and coming in to score a run off of 2 errors. A wild pitch and an error, and a run is scored. That's what Coach calls shooting yourself in the foot. And we got the umpires want to talk. I'm not sure. At the plate to bat, they did not give him base because it went in the dirt, I guess. It hit him, but stealing and coming in from third base. There's a pitch and another hit out into the left field, foul. 1 ball 2 strikes.
Yeah, because it was 5.
They didn't give him the base on balls. He had to come back, did Logan May, but they scored on the wild pitch anyway. And there's another one out in the same place. He's about a millisecond late on his swing. Every one of them going off pretty much out of play toward the old field house over there. But a run scores on the wild pitch, and the error put him on second. Error by Lopez on the throw to second. The wind-up 1-2 pitch in the dirt, and that one is ball 4. Walked him. So Logan May has walked every time he's been to the bat. That was a walk by Lemus on 4 straight balls after getting 2 strikes early. Brings up the pitcher, Colin Richardson now. He started at third, went to short, and now he's on the mound for him. ball one inside, and Coach Callan comes out and bends over and pats Lemus on the seat and says, throw strikes. I jinxed him when I said he's had good control and he put it in the dirt and run scored, and he's thrown 5 straight balls since then. 1-0 the count on Richardson. There's a pitch, and there's going to be a called strike. Outside corner. That was an excellent pitch there. On first, Logan May. There's a pitch, and too far outside. Nope, they gave it to him. 1-2. I wish I could hear him call the strikes and the balls, but we up here in the press box just can't. 1-2 the count. And a line drive out into right field. That's going to be in. No! The wind held it up, and I believe that's Connor Lane catching the fly for out number 3. So 1 run scores on 1 error and a wild pitch, and the score 6-3. Rangers down by 3. We'll be back after these words. Back at Mike Hargrove Field, the Patriots scored a run. Jay Hollis hit a single to get on first, and then Cody Konecki struck out. Spencer Wallace grounded to short, but got on a fielder's choice. So 2 outs, a runner at first, a bad throw to second, a wild pitch, and another run scores. 6-3. Coming up to bat for the Rangers in the bottom of the 5th is going to be Marco Ramirez, I believe. Leading off for the Rangers, followed by Boxwell and Jenkins. Adam Trejo helped his situation after giving up 5 runs. Not really. They were not all earned. Half of those 5, if not 3 of them, were unearned. There's the pitch to Ramirez outside, strike 1. Same outsidedness that the Rangers have been getting called. No balls, 1 strike. Richardson delivers. There's going to be another called strike, I bet. Yep. Pretty much the same place. Probably, well, I can't even, there's so much dirt on the home plate, I can't even see it now. There's a wind and delivery, and there's a pop-up foul back behind. No balls, 2 strikes on Marco Ramirez, left fielder for the Rangers. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Rangers trailing by 3, 6-3. There's a wind and delivery, and that's going to be another ball, high and inside. It's supposed to have been a curve. It did not. 1-2 the count on Ramirez. Richardson winds and delivers, and a drive into right center. Coming over quickly. Nope, that's going to blow it all the way over to right field. That westerly wind just blew it right over to Jay Hollis for out number 1. Fly out for Ramirez. Boxwell struck out the first time up and got a single with a 2-2 count the last time in the 3rd. And Richardson delivers inside. Ball 1 to Boxwell. Rangers down by 3. Scored 2 in the 4th, but gave up 1 more in the top of the 5th. Richardson inside. Ball 2. Looked like it almost hit Boxwell. Boxwell, the first baseman for the Rangers. It's cool outside. There's a one and delivery at a curve and swung on and fouled back into the screen. 2-1 the count, 1 away. Bottom of the 5th, Rangers trail by 3. If you just joined us, they gave up 5 in the 3rd. Scored 2 in the 4th and 1 in the 3rd. Richardson winds, delivers, swung on and missed. Strike 2. That one was probably too low. Outside and low, but Boxwell was trying to fight it off. There's a wind and the delivery and swing and a miss. Strike 3 on a curveball. That's the first strikeout for Colin Richardson. Out number 2 for the Rangers here in the bottom of the 5th. Brings up number 10, Joseph Jenkins. On deck, Connor Lane. The wide and delivery, and that's inside. Ball 1 to Jenkins. Pleasant enough day. Forecast was for a whole lot worse. There's a wine and delivery. I believe that caught the outside corner. It did. 1-1 the count on Jenkins. Antonio Langan pitched until the bottom of the 4th when Richardson came in. There's a wide end delivery, swing and a miss. That one down in the dirt. Strike 2. And he gave up the 2 RBIs on the double by Adam Trejo. So 2 of the 3 runs by the Rangers are off Richardson. The wind and delivery and a swing and a foul down into the dirt, still 1-2. 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th. 6-3 the score. Rangers. There's the wind and delivery and a line down the right field line out of play, foul. Still 1-2 to Jenkins. That's his best piece of the ball that he's gotten in the game. Jenkins had a weak grounder straight up the middle to the shortstop the first time up and grounded to second base. Both of those boys have played well. There's a wind and a swing at a really, really wide pitch for strike number 3, strikeout number 2 for Colin Richardson. Top of the 6th coming up, 6-3. Rangers down by 3. We'll be back after these words. And we're back at Mike Hargrove Field. I think I'm going to buy that umpire a better broom. He just cleaned off the home plate and it's still covered. Did not clean it very well, but at least we can see the plate now. We're in the top of the 6th inning. At bat, Hunter Dawson. And a hit into right field in between center and right fielder for a single by Dawson. First pitch hitter. Single to right. Rings up Langan again. The pitcher who started. And would be the winning pitcher in this instance if they go ahead. That's a ball down in the dirt. Ball one by Lemus. On first, Hunter Dawson. There's a pitch and a grounder down the third base foul. 1-1 the count on Langan. He flied out to left field the first time, singled. Flied out to left his second time up, singled, and singled his first time up. There's a drive to center field and goes over the head of the shortstop and fielded out in center field by Hollis, I believe. Or rather by Luna. Strike one inside on and a swing and goes to short for one. Tries to get to first, does. Double play. Outstanding. Outstanding. Out number 3. Got him down after a couple of singles. And outstanding double play by Connor to Connor Lane to second baseman, or rather Trejo to Connor Lane. Trejo to Connor Lane to Logan Boxwell. 5, 4, 6, 4, and 3. We'll be back. The score 6-3. It's the bottom of the 6th after these words. And we're in the bottom of the 6th inning with the Rangers trailing by 3. At the plate for the Rangers. Richardson delivers, and low is number 19, Connor Lane. Ball one. We need some runs here in the 6th. Trailing by 3, 6-3. There's a line and delivery, and that's going to be a high for ball 2. Hernandez on deck. Lopez in the hole. Colin Richardson on the mound in relief of Antonio Langan. There's a wind and a hit batter on base is Connor Lane. That's the second time he's been hit. He got hit in the second inning and grounded out to short in the 4th. Brings up Hernandez, singled the last time up and scored a run. Six to 3, our score here at Hargrove Field. Runner at first takes the lead. That's Lane. There's a throw to first, not in time. And making a leaping, diving grab for it is Logan May. Otherwise, Lane would have been off to the races to get to second. Hernandez at the plate. Richardson on the mound. Good lead by Lane. There's a wind and delivery, and that's going to be a called strike. Nope, it was 2 outside for him. That's one of the few that was that close. Ball one on Hernandez. No outs, runner at first. Bottom of the sixth, Rangers trail by 3. 6-3. There's a pitch, that's outside, ball. Ball 2 to Stephen. Connor Lane on, courtesy of a hit batter. Richardson looks at first, comes to stretch, and a grounder straight to shortstop, steps on first, steps on second, throws to first, in time, double play. That was Langen, the pitcher, fielded it about a foot from second base, stepped on it and threw to first to get speedy Steven Hernandez for the double play. Brings up Arturo Lopez. Came in as catcher. There's a wind, and there's a pitch outside, ball. Two away. Bottom of the sixth. Rangers trail by 3. Richardson winds and throws it in the dirt, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes on Arturo Lopez. Came in and took Lemus's place when Lemus relieved Trejo in that 3rd inning to get the final out. There's a wind, a delivery, swing, and a miss at a low one, almost down in the dirt. 2-1. To Arturo Lopez, nobody on as Lane was hit and went to first. Hernandez, though, hit into a double play of 6-4 to 3. There's a pitch, and low and inside. Ball 3. 3-1 to count on Lopez. Rangers 3, Patriots 6. On deck, Omar Castanon. There's a wind, and that's inside. Ball. No, he called it a strike. Three and 2 the count on Arturo. Castanon on deck, and Trejo in the hole. The wind and delivery, that's down in the dirt. He walked him. So runner at first, and Castanon grounded out to the pitcher the last time up, but that did advance the runners to second and third, which allowed Trejo to hit his double and drive 2 in. But there are 2 out this time for Castanon. Decent lead for Lopez off first, and there's a pitch. That's going to be, what is it? Timeout was called, or
Called a balk. He called a balk. He got to advance.
balk was called by the umpire, and that advanced Lopez to scoring position on second base. So no pitch. Richardson delivers, and there's a swing and a grounder to shortstop, throw to first, out number 3. And the Rangers go down with no runs on no hits and a double play. Score still 6-3. Top of the 7th coming up. We'll be back after these words. And we're back at Hargrove Field, top of the 7th inning. Rangers trail by 3, 6-3. And we need to get them up and down. Coming in as a pinch batter is number 40 for the Patriots, Damon Suter. Replacing or hitting in place of David Derrick. He's a lefty, big kid. There's a pitch, it's outside. David Suter, I'm not sure he will play in the outfield, but it's a ball. First pitch. There's a pitch inside, but right over the plate, strike one. 1-1 to Suter. Gonna have to get him out in order if we're gonna have a shot at catching him. And strike 3 called on Suter for out number 1. Brings up number 5, Jay Hollis, the right fielder. And there's a pitch outside and called the ball. Hollis has made several catches, and there's a swing and a miss at an outside pitch, 1-1. Steps out of the box, back in, and going in a hurry is Lemus, and a grounder into, snagged by Trejo, throw by Trejo from the grass, out number 2. That was as good as the one by Langen, my word. Way, way back to his left, on the grass, through the distance to get out. Jay Hollis. My word. And a high pop foul back behind us here. He jumped while he was going backwards and threw it almost the distance from third. There's a swing and a drive to the left, out of play, I think. Yep. Two strikes on Cody Konecki, the catcher for the Patriots. There's a pitch, and that's low, ball. Wind seems to have picked up a little, but still not gusting to 40. There's a pitch and hit him on the elbow. He'll get on base. Cody Konecki. Nope, they say time was called. Is that what he did? Konecki called time and got hit? Well, he's still at bat, and that hit him on the elbow, so I don't know what the umpire's calling, and neither does their coach, or their, coach came over to ask what happened. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes, and there's a curve ball that didn't curve. Ball 2. 2-2.
Because it was a pitch. I mean, it didn't.
2 outs, and there's a pop-up down the first base line, and making the catch for out number 3 is Logan Boxwell. So 3 up, 3 down. And the Rangers have an inning to catch up. They're behind by 3, 6-3. We'll be back after these words. And we're back at Mike Hargrove Field. Rangers trailing by 3, bottom of the 7th. Colin Richardson still on the mound for the Patriots. Up to bat. Leadoff batter, Adam Trejo, followed by Maurice Lemus and Marco Ramirez. We need 3 runs. We've had 4 hits on those 3 runs. Rangers have given up 7 hits and giving those 6 runs to the Patriots. We're about set to go as the throw. Konecki. He has not come close to picking off any of the Rangers on second base. Trejo has gotten on an error in the first inning, had a 3-2 count. He doubled in the third and doubled in the fourth for 2 RBIs. Richardson set, winds and delivers. And there's a curve high. Ball 1 to Adam Trejo. Trejo started out pitching and had a pretty bad third inning. There's a wind and delivery, and that's going to be inside. Nope, called it a strike. It was a curve that came in enough for the umpire. 1-1. Count on Trejo. There's a wind and delivery, and struck out a high one, strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes on Adam Trejo, leadoff batter for the Rangers here in the 7th inning, and struck him out on a ball on the outside and right at the knees for out number 1 and strikeout number 3 for Colin Richardson. Brings up Maurice Lemus, catcher and pitcher for the Rangers in this ball game. Richardson delivers, and a foul back to the right off the screen. Strike 1. Rangers have been limited to 4 hits. Had some errors. There's a wind end delivery, and that's going to be high and inside. And Lemus just ducked down. 1-1 the count on Maurice Lemus, current pitcher for the Rangers. Started out as catcher. Richardson set, winds and delivers, and that's ball, low and outside. 2 balls, 1 strike on Lemus. He has walked, grounded to short, and made the 3rd out in the 4th inning on a grounder to second. Richardson delivers, that's outside, ball 3. 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Rangers down by 3, 6-3, as Langen and Richardson have kept the Rangers to 4 hits here in this ball game. There's a pitch, that's going to be inside, ball 4. Walked him. 2nd walk for Lemus. Brings up Marco Ramirez. He flied out to second base the last time. We're going to have a pitching change. Richardson is going to be replaced by, not sure who, maybe, I didn't see his number. He walked in from the dugout. Taking it, number 20 is pitching. That's Hogan Carr coming in relief. He's going to take a few pitches. We're going to take a break. The Rangers trail by 6-3. We'll be back after these words. And we're back at Mike Hargrove Field. We got a pitching change. Coming in is Hogan Carr, a very slight young man and a lefty. So we'll see what kind of response the Rangers can have to a left-handed hitter. One runner on. That's Maurice Lemus with a walk. Ramirez at the plate, followed by Boxful and Jenkins. Slight lead for Lemus. Carr delivers, and that one's outside too far. Ball one to Ramirez, left fielder for the Rangers. Carr from the stretch, looks to first, delivers to the plate, and little bitty blooper to the shortstop, tries to get first and got Ramirez on a fielder's choice for out number 2. Advancing to second is Lemus. Grounder to Langen, and that brings up Logan Boxwell, followed by Joseph Jenkins and Connor Lane. Runner at second. Carr from the stretch delivers, and a swing and a miss for Boxwell. Strike one. Looked kind of like a little bit of a slow curve on that one. Difficult to tell from the lefty. From the stretch, the deliver, and that one's high and outside. Ball one, 1-1. Rangers down by 3, 6-3. Bottom of the 7th inning, last opportunity here. Carr from the stretch. Box with a 1-1 count. There's a pitch and a swing and pop foul down the right side, out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second. Down by 3. Carr from the stretch delivers. That's swung on and hit to center field, right between short and center, and it's going to bounce in there, coming in to score. No, they got him. They got him. Trying to score was Lemus, and almost made it, but got tagged out on the back for out number 3, and that's the end of the ball game. Rangers go down by the score of 6-3 to San Jacinto Patriots. We'll be back with a recap after these words.